a baby, an elderly person. Why do you think that's happening? Why is that happening rapidly? Because the Lord is increasing judgment in the earth, man. He got the spirits of vengeance out and about, man.
Oh, let's not forget about these rappers.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
The music shall be shall be hungry.
And they die mainly by the sword.
Yeah.
Because that's what they rap about.
Yeah.
They live by the sword. You know? They get exactly what they dish out, man.
Yeah. The vibration got to come back somewhere.
Huh. Yep. So get that in
Read it.
Psalm 78.
No, I can't read. I'm going to read this. Listen to the word. This is Psalms, verse 78 and 42. They remember not his hand, nor the day that he delivered them from the enemy, and how.
Where'd you start at?
I'm starting at 42.
Right, go ahead.
How he had wrought his signs in Egypt and his wonders in the field of Zoan.
Sounds what?
78, 42. And had turned their rivers into blood and their floods that they could not drink. He sent divers sorts of flies among them, which devoured them, and frogs which destroyed them.
Yeah, those
Going into
flies
the
are
blades.
Yeah, those flies are fowls as well.
Yeah.
And frogs which destroyed them. He gave also their increase unto the caterpillars, and their labor unto the locusts. He destroyed their vines with hail, and their sycamore trees with frost. He gave up their cattle also to the hail, and their flocks to hot thunderbolts.
Bro.
Hey, this ain't what you thought you read in Exodus.
Yeah.
This is the details of how these things manifest.
He said thunderbolts came down. They were striking the Egyptian cattle.
Fried the chicken right there.
You had hail the size of soccer balls and shit coming down.
You got to be a big ass hell to kill cattle.
Yeah.
You know, you just knock him out.
Just the impact. You falling from that high elevation and coming down full speed.
I looked up. They were
Yeah,
talking,
kind.
when they talk about
That's a
hell.
stoning.
That's a
Yeah.
stone. Yeah, that's literally.
Damn, it's a verse, and I think in Revelation when they talk about hell. And I looked up, like they said the amount or the weight. That shit was like 60 pounds.
Hey, this place America is the modern day Egypt. It says that in Psalm 15 that the Lord's going to return the plagues as Egypt is before. So
Yep, yep.
15, yeah. Right there.
He cast upon them the fierceness of his anger, wrath, and indignation and trouble by sending evil angels among them.
Sending evil angels among them. All
But
right.
the Christian church tell you all the angels is good.
No.
They good, they little baby
See that?
white.
Yeah.
Like somebody.
That's what they're ignorant of. The Most High, He controls both sides. All those spirits work for the Most High, man. All of them. The evil ones and the good ones. All right? And
17.
you go into understanding what the principalities are. The principalities is dealing with a hierarchy of angels. And they all have different offices.
The angel Gabriel, the bar means warrior.
Yep.
Raphael.
Yeah,
Raphael.
Raphael is healing power. They got different offices, man. You got angels that are their purpose is to go down and deceive people, false prophets. We saw that with that council on the prophets of Baal, dealing with Ahab's prophets. They had a council right there in the spiritual realm. You know? So even when you see these people possessed with spirits that go and do something evil, ultimately the Lord gave them over to that. All right? Like some of them, they'll, like, I don't know which of the stories was, but the dude that got possessed and he killed somebody, he said that basically Jesus told him to do it. He said Jesus and God told me to do it. This person was evil, so I had to do it. So hey, you know.
You talking about in the scriptures?
No, I'm talking about these stories that's coming up.
Yeah, I heard that.
A lot of people, they'll be possessed and they'll say that you know, an angel or a demon told them to do it, or
we know one.
they do it in the name of Jesus or Christ or something. Yeah. I don't know if y'all remember, it was a movie called Frailty.
Yes. Yes.
You remember that, right?
It was a good movie.
It was good, man. Watch that movie, Frailty.
Hey, the whole movie you thought it was fake. But he really heard the voice.
Yeah.
And his dad is down. One brother, one unbelieving brother.
Saying, hey, son, we got to do this.
Yeah. And the unbelieving brothers.
These are unbelievers. They're sinners.
Yep.
They got to die. So
Good
he was just sending them on a mission to just go and just kill sinners.
Y'all spoke on a man that killed his mom, said he was possessed with a demon? Okay,
yeah, man. And these demons, because normally you wouldn't do such a thing in your right mind.
Right.
That's how you know that you've been possessed with a certain energy. Because you would never, you love your children or you love your parent, but something so dark and demonic come over you that you don't even realize that you're being used.
I'm tired of this baby. Let me put it in the oven or the microwave with some shit. You know?
Yeah.
Not in your right mind, you wouldn't do that.
You're not in your right mind, something completely takes over you, man.
And Esau knows about that left hand energy. That's why they remember that thing we watched where the guy was hypnotizing people?
Yeah.
Esau knows, and Esau dwells in that left hand heavy.
Yeah.
So they know about these left hand energies and powers and what's this shit called? CERN and all that shit.
That's a demon portal.
Yeah, kind of.
They open up those spirits to really invoke and bring in more spirits into the earth. And they do it to create a synergy.
Yep.
So that those demons can work with them on the left-hand side.
Now let me add in a movie that took the movie
Exorcist, Conjuring,
the one we just watched, Fallen. What's the one we just watched? Starry Eye.
Starry Eye.
When she told her, she said, "How could you? If you don't let yourself go, if you don't kill yourself, how could you ever transform into something else? Right. Like basically, if you don't let your spirit out and let that demon get on you, you'll never transform into, you know, basically you gotta accept these demons on you, the spirits on you."
Yeah. And the Lord broke it down perfectly how demons work, how they come upon people, and how they need flesh to inhabit.
Yep.
Demons, they're spirits that have to dwell in bodies in order for them to operate. All right. We go into that in Matthew the 12th chapter. It talks about those 8 demons, those unclean spirits. They gotta be in vessels. That's why when the Lord rebuked those spirits, they fleed into those swine.
Yep.
And the swine, they was like, hell no. You know? They rather kill themselves than to deal with that torment.
Yeah, you had the guy named Legion.
Yeah.
You know, he was bound in chains, man. He was cutting himself. You know, because he had that Legion of demonic angels in, man. On the left hand side, man.
Yep.
And the brother just handed me an article saying, let me quote the headline. It says, "Woman told investigator she hallucinated SpongeBob telling her it says, Justine Johnson told an investigator that she was watching SpongeBob on TV and the cartoon character told her to kill her child or face death herself. In her right mind, you would never do no shit like that. But when the spirits hop on you, they're gay. The Heavenly Father's who allows those to get on you.
Yep.
You know when spirits get on you, it's when you're hungry, man.
Yeah.
You know? Because the Lord's gonna cause a famine out here. It's an account in the book of Kings, the 6th chapter.
Yeah, kind.
Yeah, hey, we're eating my son today, we're eat yours tomorrow. Yep. That's because it was a famine in the land, man.
Real quick, Ephesians 6 and verse 10 says, "Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of the Most High, that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places."
About those spirits that are in a higher realm than this earthly realm, that's able to come down here and hop on you if the Lord allowed them to do that. Showing you the difference when Satan tempted Job and when he tempted Yahweh Shai. He wasn't able to get there.
Right.
But other people, he was, you know. They talk about and they conceived an evil thought. I'm trying to think how it goes, how it's worded. But basically, allowing you to take on these spirits that's gonna make you do something that you wouldn't normally do.
When this one get low, you just plug it in into this one.
Yeah, man. Them spirits is, and we was going into that. What we going into that a week ago? We was going into how spirits work and how strong demons can be. They're much stronger than a human flesh, man.
Yeah. You gotta have the spirit of the Lord to combat that.
Yeah.
You got to.
Yeah, man. And there's levels to spirits.
Yeah.
You know, you got low level demons and you got high level demons too. Like the highest form Yahweh Shai had to deal with directly. When he went on that mountain, that was an example. When he was at the top of that mountain, and he was at his most vulnerable point because he hadn't eaten in 40 days.
Yeah.
So that's when Satan really knew to try to swoop in.
Yeah. Always
right at your weakest moment.
He took the words out of my mouth.
And to support, to land back on what the brother Zion said too. Hey, when these people get hungry, you know, the demons hop on them. Hey, you see how your woman's spirit changed when she get hungry, man.
Yeah.
Versus, you know, when she get fed. You know, she act like a demon to you. You know, got more of an attitude and shit.
They get hangry.
Yeah,
Angry. Yeah.
So imagine when you know, Jake, who ain't never fasted, you know, haven't eaten in a day or 2 days, man, or they can't get their make chicken, man. They're gonna bug the hell out.
Yeah. Well, let me finish this. It says, verse 13. It says, "Wherefore take unto you the whole armor of the Most High, that you may be able to withstand in an evil day, and having done all to stand. Stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness, and your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace. Above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith you shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked."
Yeah. And that's key, because if you put this word on you in the proper form, in proper understanding, it'll protect you. You're gonna get tried, but if you side with wisdom, it's gonna be there to protect you, man.
Right.
It's gonna be a sure protection unto you. When it talks about a shield and a buckler, the Lord is gonna be that with His Spirit and His wisdom to protect you. But without it, it's fair game. Now you're susceptible to hey, speaking of that movie Fallen, that demon couldn't hop on you if you were pure. Denzel was the only one pure because all the people around him, as they got corrupted, the demon was able to hop on him. So this is a similar situation.
What did he get to do? Smoke a cigarette?
He smoked a cigarette at the end, and it broke him down.
Yeah,
To allow, that was the point. He wanted to hop on it. I couldn't spoil it, but he said, "This beer, you smoking, nigga." You're right. But that shows you that those are also gateways. They're not just gateway drugs, they're gateways to these demons. Okay?
Yeah, and you got certain drugs that are that people start hallucinating. You got certain drugs that actually amplify that demon. That heightens it, man. Like what they got, what they call it, LSD shit. Somebody spike your shit. It got you in a whole nother realm. As a matter of fact, I don't know if anybody watched that show Snowfall.
Yeah, that's so funny.
You watched, it was one of the previous episodes where that dude Scully, he went to the wedding because Jerome and Louis was getting married and shit, right? And he came to the wedding, and you know, he was all dressed up and shit. Like, what he doing there, man? I already knew it. Like, he about to get vengeance. He went up in there and he asked the lady, you know, he asked about them strawberries. Cause you know how at weddings they got the little servings where you can go and finger foods and shit. Yeah. They got the little strawberry dipped in chocolate. Well, he was like, "Yeah, won't you go in there get me a drink or whatever?" And she left this nigga and he went and spiked that shit with straight LSD. Franklin